Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on She's Fit. You believe you're eating healthy throughout the day, yet your body continues to store fat as if it were in survival mode. The culprit isn't the number of calories you're consuming, but an invisible mistake you make the moment the sun goes down. There is a metabolic cycle that, if broken at night, shuts down your fat-burning process for up to 48 hours. Today, I am going to reveal exactly what this pattern is and how to reset your system before you go to sleep. Before we dive in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. And do me a huge favor, smash that like button. It really helps me keep bringing this life-changing content to you. Trust me, here at She's Fit, you're going to discover how to transform your body the right way. So, let's get into it. Before we start, I need to share something that has made all the difference for me. You know those days when you try hard but feel like your body just isn't responding the way it should? Well, I found out that sleep has way more impact on weight loss than I ever imagined. That's when I discovered Sleep Lean, a natural supplement specially designed to help women burn fat while they sleep. Yes, while they sleep. It's not a miracle, of course, but when combined with good nutrition and the right habits, the results are amazing. I personally felt my body lighter, my belly less bloated, and a different kind of energy just within the first few weeks. I'll leave the link here in the description so you can check all the details after the video. Trust me, it was a game changer for me. Now, let's get back to the video content. The biggest mistake most women make is ignoring that our metabolism doesn't function like a constant, steady wristwatch, but rather like a hormonal roller coaster strictly governed by the presence or absence of light. Biologically, we were designed to process energy while the sun is high and to repair tissues once darkness takes over. When night falls, your body is supposed to enter a state of deep maintenance, prioritizing cellular restoration and the burning of visceral fat, which is that dangerous internal fat that is notoriously difficult to lose. However, by consuming certain types of foods or simply maintaining the habit of eating at inconsistent times after sunset, you send a chaotic red alert to your pancreas. This organ is expecting rest, but instead, it receives an unexpected heavy workload. This triggers a massive insulin spike at a critical moment when your insulin sensitivity is naturally at its lowest point of the day. The real problem is that insulin and melatonin are like two opposite poles that cannot coexist in the same space. When insulin spikes due to this late-night eating pattern, it causes an immediate blockage of melatonin. And melatonin isn't just there to help you fall asleep. It is, in fact, one of the human body's most powerful antioxidants and a primary facilitator of nighttime calorie burning. Without it, your core body temperature doesn't drop enough to activate brown adipose tissue, which is the specific type of fat that burns calories to generate heat. Instead of clearing out your arteries and burning through energy stores, your organism enters emergency storage mode. You literally lock the door to your fat reserves, throw away the key every single night. And to make matters worse, you deregulate all your satiety sensors for the following day. This biological conflict between artificial light, late-night eating, and your internal clock is what we call chronodisruption, the silent killer of even the most well-intentioned diet. The problem often starts silently, with a snack that seems completely innocent right after dinner or during the relaxing moment while you're watching TV. It could be a piece of fructose-rich fruit, a supposedly probiotic yogurt, or even a whole grain cracker labeled as healthy. But the real damage doesn't lie in the calories or even what you're eating. It's about the chemical and chronobiological message you are sending to your brain. The simple act of chewing and initiating digestion late at night immediately signals your central biological clock, located in the suprachiasmatic nucleus of the hypothalamus, that the day is still in full swing. This creates a state of absolute systemic confusion, triggering a cascade of low-grade inflammation throughout your digestive system that rapidly spreads through your arteries and tissues. while your vital organs, like your liver and kidneys, should be entering a deep process of autophagy, cleansing, and detoxifying the toxins accumulated during the day. They are forced to drop everything and work overtime. They have to process nutrients that your body simply cannot utilize in that moment of rest. Since you'll be motionless in bed within minutes, there is zero muscular or brain demand for the energy that just entered your system. The result of this choice is truly catastrophic for women's health. This excess glucose remains circulating freely in your bloodstream through every stage of your sleep, acting as an oxidative and corrosive agent on your cells and blood vessels. It is exactly this residual sugar which finds no destination in resting muscles that causes that classic sensation of waking up with a puffy face, heavy hands, and deep mental fog as if you've been hit by a truck even after 8 hours of sleep. More than just an aesthetic discomfort or temporary water retention, this is a clear and urgent sign that you are developing severe nighttime insulin resistance. This ongoing process destroys your metabolic flexibility, which is your body's vital ability to efficiently switch between burning sugar from food and burning stored fat in your hips, arms, and abdomen. When you lose this flexibility because of the late-night eating habit, your body completely forgets how to access your fat reserves for fuel. You become a metabolic prisoner of sugar, experiencing constant hunger spikes and making weight loss a losing battle before it even begins. Your metabolism is technically shut down for essential repairs but remains too busy trying to manage the caloric junk. And insulin spikes you triggered before the lights went out, canceling out any effort you made at the gym or in your diet during the day. Do you ever wonder why you feel an uncontrollable urge to raid the fridge after PM, even when you're not truly hungry? There's a deep, dangerous, and often invisible connection between the chronic stress you accumulate all day and that overwhelming late-night hunger. When you're dealing with tight deadlines, family pressures, traffic, or constant anxiety, your body keeps your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, dangerously high. Normally, cortisol should peak in the morning and drop at night to let you rest. But when it stays elevated, it launches a merciless attack on leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full. The result? An epic hormonal war inside you. You're not feeling real biological hunger. Your stomach isn't empty. Instead, your brain's reward center is screaming for a quick hit of dopamine to compensate for the day's emotional exhaustion. This is when the destructive pattern takes hold. You give in to this emotional hunger, reaching for refined carbs, breads, or sweets. These foods offer a moment of comfort but create a metabolic disaster that can last for days. This vicious cycle creates a hostile, inflammatory environment in your body. High cortisol signals imminent danger to your ancestral biology, which can't tell the difference between a work problem and a predator attack. Its defense mechanism? To store fat, specifically around your belly and vital organs, as an emergency energy reserve. As you eat to calm your anxiety, your pancreas pumps out insulin, and your adrenal glands short-circuit. This completely blocks your body from burning any fat overnight. Your nighttime eating becomes a psychological escape hatch that chemically locks down any chance of weight loss. It's crucial to understand the difference between real hunger, which is gradual and satisfied by nutritious food, and emotional hunger, which is sudden, specific, and feels like an uncontrollable impulse. This is the first step to breaking free. Without addressing the emotional root and learning to lower that cortisol spike before you open the pantry, no diet will be powerful enough to flatten your belly. You'd be fighting a losing battle against a survival mechanism encoded in your DNA. You have to teach your body that the day is over and that it's safe. Otherwise, it will continue to store every late-night calorie as if it were your last meal. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you master your health. For decades, many old-school diets and fitness gurus preached the misguided idea that you absolutely had to eat something light like a cracker or a piece of fruit right before bed to supposedly keep your metabolism from slowing down while you sleep. However, modern science in chrononutrition and molecular biology shows us the exact opposite. By keeping your digestive system busy processing food throughout the night, you aggressively prevent the activation of a vital and regenerative biological process called autophagy. Autophagy is essentially your body's internal recycling system where your cells identify and destroy old components, misfolded proteins, and cellular debris to transform them into clean energy and tissue renewal. Without this process, your cells become toxic and sluggish, which directly reflects in your outward appearance and your tendency to gain weight easily. The central focus of this mechanism is the optimization of your mitochondria, which are the true power plants inside your cells and the primary engine for all your fat burning. Young, healthy mitochondria are extremely efficient at converting fat into ATP, your body's energy currency. However, if you maintain the habit of eating all the time, including the hours leading up to sleep, these biological engines end up overloaded, dirty, and terribly inefficient. Imagine a car engine that never gets an oil change and accumulates fuel residue. That is exactly what happens to your nighttime metabolism when you don't give your body a digestive break. The eating pattern that is silently destroying your health is, in fact, the lack of a real and consistent fasting interval between your last solid meal and the moment you enter deep sleep. Without the sacred window of time, which should be at least 3 to 4 hours, your body can never lower insulin levels enough to enter a state of light nutritional ketosis. This is a natural physiological process that should occur in every woman during the early morning hours, where the liver depletes its immediate glycogen stores and begins signaling to the adipose tissue that it has time to release fatty acids to be burned. This is the period where the magic of real weight loss happens, as the body is forced to use stored fat to maintain vital functions while you rest. If you interrupt this cycle with a late-night snack, you block fat burning at the source and prevent the natural reduction of your measurements. You wake up the next day with the same fat reserves intact and even more exhausted mitochondria, perpetuating a state of metabolic sluggishness that makes every calorie eaten at breakfast feel twice as heavy. Giving your digestive system this rest isn't about starving yourself. It is about allowing your biological engineering to perform the necessary cleanup so that your metabolic engine can return to burning fat with the maximum power of a young, healthy woman. There are several foods widely labeled by fitness industry marketing as ideal choices that, in a woman's biological reality, act as literal poison for your nighttime metabolism. High glycemic fruits rich in fructose yogurts that claim to be natural but are packed with hidden sugars or artificial sweeteners, and even excessive consumption of hard-to-digest proteins, such as fatty red meats or slow-absorbing supplements, can keep your core body temperature far too high throughout the night. What very few people tell you is that there is a physical rule for weight loss. To burn fat efficiently and deeply, your body needs to drop its internal temperature by about 1 degree Celsius to signal to the brain that the repair state has begun. If your stomach is in full mechanical and chemical activity, processing heavy or complex foods, a massive amount of blood is diverted from your extremities and your brain toward your digestive system. This redirection of blood flow keeps your body in a state of thermal alert, preventing your metabolism from calming down. Instead of focusing on tissue repair, collagen synthesis, and clearing out metabolic waste, your organism gets stuck in a process of energy combustion for digestion. This cancels out the temperature drop required to trigger deep REM sleep, which is the exact stage where female hormonal regulation finally stabilizes. Furthermore, the consumption of seemingly harmless stimulants, such as dark chocolate rich in theobromine or certain natural teas that contain trace amounts of caffeine, acts directly on blocking the adenosine receptors in your brain. This completely fragments your sleep architecture, turning what should be restorative rest into a night of light and superficial sleep. Even if you feel like you slept, you didn't rest at a cellular level. The immediate consequence of this fragmented sleep is an imbalance in ghrelin production the following morning. Ghrelin is the hormone that triggers a ravenous sense of hunger, causing you to wake up with an uncontrollable craving for sugar and carbs in the very first hours of the day. This is how the cycle of metabolic destruction perpetuates itself. You eat poorly at night thinking it as healthy, your body fails to cool down, your sleep fails to restore you, and your brain wakes up begging for quick energy to compensate for a bad night's sleep. You end up trapped in an infinite loop of exhaustion and weight gain, all because your last meal prevented your fat-burning thermostat from being activated at the right time. Have you ever felt like you're eating all the right things, but still struggling with your weight or feeling sluggish? It turns out, it's not just what you eat, but when you eat that makes a huge difference. Today, we're diving into the light window rule, a game-changing approach to eating that works with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. So, what is the light window rule? It's simple. Eat when it's light outside and stop when it gets dark. Our bodies have an internal clock, a circadian rhythm, that controls everything from our sleep-wake cycle to our metabolism. By aligning our eating habits with daylight, we're essentially optimizing our body's ability to process food efficiently. Think about it. During the day, our metabolism is fired up and ready to convert food into energy. But as evening approaches, it starts to wind down, preparing for rest and repair. Eating late at night forces your digestive system to work overtime when it should be resting, which can lead to weight gain and disrupt your sleep. The light window rule isn't just about timing, though. It's also about the order in which you eat your food. This is called nutritional sequencing. Start your meal with fiber-rich vegetables. This helps slow down the absorption of sugar, preventing those dramatic blood sugar spikes and crashes. Next, add in your protein and healthy fats. Finally, eat your carbohydrates. This simple trick helps you feel fuller for longer and keeps your energy levels stable throughout the day. The benefits are incredible. People who follow this rule often experience easier weight management, improved energy levels, better sleep, and an overall boost in metabolic health. It's not a restrictive diet. It's a sustainable lifestyle shift. You're not counting every single calorie, but rather becoming more mindful of your body's natural cycles. Ready to give it a try? Start by gradually shifting your last meal to be earlier in the evening. Try to create an 8 to 10 hour eating window during the day. For example, if you have your first meal at a.m., aim to finish your last meal by p.m. And remember the sequence: veggies first, then protein and fats, and carbs last. This small change can lead to big results in how you look and feel. It's all about working in harmony with your body. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, happier life. See you next time. Mastering your nighttime eating pattern is the missing piece to transforming your body once and for all. Stop blaming your genetics and start respecting the natural rhythm of your cells. Implement these changes today and watch how your energy and your waistline respond in record time. You have the power to turn on your fat-burning machine. You just need to know which switch to flip before the lights go out. And don't forget the tip I gave you at the beginning. If you need to lose weight, click the link in the video description and get sleep lean right now. It might be exactly what is missing in your journey. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe here to She's Fit, and share this video to help the channel grow. Also, let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see next to help you on your weight loss journey.